Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we will discuss about UGC NET December 2015 paper 2nd. First question, who among the following advanced the theory that the mind is a tabula rasa at birth and acquires all ideas by experience? John Locke. Tabula rasa means all babies are born with blank slate. Second question, which of the following authors wrote studies in the history of the Renaissance? Walter Pater. First is right answer. Whom does Harriet Smith finally marry in one of Jane Austen's novels? Mr. Martin. And this novel is Emma. Emma. Fourth one, a poet once referred to an old man as a tattered coat upon a stick. That is an example of a metaphor. And these lines taken from Sailing to Byzantium. It is written by W.B. Yeats. Fifth one, which of these is not a pastoral elegy? All are elegy. Lycidas is written by Milton for Edward King. In Memoriam is written by Alfred Tennyson for Arthur Hallam. And it is not pastoral elegy. That's why In Memoriam is right answer. Thyrsis is written by Matthew Arnold for Arthur Hugh Clarke, and Adonais is written by P.B. Shelley for John Keats. Sixth one. In Beckett's Waiting for Godot, the characters often use dislocated, repetitious, and cliché speech primarily to illustrate the essentially illogical, purposeless nature of the human condition. First is right answer. 7. Which of the following 16th century poets was not a courtier? George Puttenham. First is right answer. Patrick White published two novels in the 1950s, giving the eras of pioneer and exploration in Australian history an epic, ironic, and psychological dimension. The novels are The Tree of Man and Was. Second is right answer, B and C. In which of the following works did Bakhtin propose his widely cited concept of the carnivalesco? Rabelais and his word. Third is right answer. Match the column, author and text. Sebastian Fox, Birdsong, Peter Ackroyd, Hawksmoor, Ian McEwan, Amsterdam, and David Lodge. Changing Places. That's why third is right answer. 11. In New Criticism, the key term tension is associated with Alan Tate. Fourth is right answer. 12. While compiling, what sort of book did Samuel Richardson conceive of the idea for his Pamela or Virtue Rewarded? An instruction manual for manners. Second is right answer. 13. Who among the war poets gained notoriety in 1913 when, disenchanted with the way the war was being conducted, he drafted his letter of wilful defiance of the military authority, which captured attention in the House of Commons and was forcibly admitted to the War Hospital at Craiglockhart, primarily to avoid his being court-martialed. Singh Fried Sassoon. Second is right answer. 14. If you cannot understand an argument and remark, "It's Greek to me," you are quoting William Shakespeare. Third is right answer, and these lines are taken from Julius Caesar. 15. Which of the following works did Walter Scott compile? The Minstrelsy of Scottish Border. Fourth one is right answer. 16. Which of the following is not written by Wole Soyinka? Home and Exile is written by Chinua Achebe. That's why first is right answer. And Congi's Harvest, The Interpreters, The Swamp Dwellers, all are written by Wole Soyinka. 17. In the defense of poesy, Sidney says, "Now as in geometry the oblique must be known as well as right, and in arithmetic the odd as well as the even, so in the action of our life who seeth not the filthiness of evil wanted, a great foil to perceive the beauty of virtue." Which of the following forms of poesy offers a foil that helps us perceive the beauty of virtue? Third one, comedy is right answer. 18. John Dryden described a major English poet as a rough diamond and must first be polished ere he shines. Identify him. Geoffrey Chaucer. First is right answer. 19. In a remarkably proleptic insight, a critic wrote the following, anticipating Benedict Anderson's definition of the nation as an imagined political community. Most novels are in some sense knowable communities. It is a part of a traditional method, an underlying stance and approach that a novelist offers to show people and their relationship in essentially knowable and communicable ways. Name the critic and the reference. Raymond Williams, The Country and the City. Second is right answer. 20. Fair is my love, and cruel as she's fair. Her brow shades frown, although her eyes are sunny. The above lines are characterized by antithesis. Second is right answer, and these lines are taken from Thalia. Delia is written by Samuel Daniel. 21. In his epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot, Pope tells us that as a poet he had benefited from this saving counsel, "Keep your peace 9 years," which enjoins on writers' patience and great care before they rush to print. Whose counsel is Pope referring to? Horace in Ars Poetica. Second is right answer. 22. An English architect and stage designer beginning 1605 joined Jacobean court to design masks, contributed significantly to the spectacular theatre which succeeded the Commonwealth after his death, the first designer to use revolving screens to indicate scene changes on the English stage. Identify this artist designer. Inigo Jones. Second is right answer. 23. Blank may be defined as any departure from the rules of pronunciation or diction for the sake of rhyme or meter, or an unjustifiable departure from fact. Poetic license. First is right answer. 24. The humanities and sciences were in fact two cultures was suggested by C.P. Snow in his Reed lecture. Fourth one is right answer. 25. Chaucer satirizes the monk because the monk spends too much time hunting and too little time on religious duty. Fourth one is right answer. 26. Divided into three sections, this groundbreaking work, published in 1953, uses as the frame of the spiritual and moral awakening of a 14-year-old during a Saturday night service in a Harlem church. Identify the work. James Baldwin's Go Tell It on the Mountain. 27. Chartism, a political movement that took its name from the People's Charter, had 6 points. Identify the one point on the following list that was not Chartist. Universal manhood suffrage right, equal electoral districts right, comprehensive insurance scheme for labor no, vote by secret ballot right, payment of MPs means members of parliament, no property qualification for MPs right, annual parliaments. That's why C is correct. So third is right answer. 28. These beauteous forms, through a long absence, have been to me as is a landscape to a blind man's eye. Tinter Abbey lines. Which of the following rhetorical terms best suit these lines? Litotes. Tinter Abbey is written by William Wordsworth. He belongs to Romantic age. 29. The monster in Frankenstein is not responsible for the death of Alphonse Frankenstein. Fourth one is correct. And Frankenstein is written by Mary Shelley. 30. Which of the following plays of William Shakespeare is not directly referred to in T.S. Eliot's The Waste Land? King Lear. Second is correct. Identify the group below which is known as the Sons of Ben. William Cartwright, Richard Corbett, and Thomas Randolph. Third is right answer. 32. Christopher Marlowe was one of the first major writers to affirm what can be identified as a clearly homosexual sensibilities. Which drama of his deals with it? Edward II. First is correct. When true silence falls, we are still left with echo but are nearer nakedness. One way of looking at speech is to say that it is a constant stratagem to cover nakedness. Identify the playwright who underlined the significance of silence thus. Harold Pinter. And Silence is short play. It is written by Harold Pinter. 34. The determining feature of syllabic verse is neither stress nor quantity, but the number of syllables in a line. 35. In Robert Browning's dramatic monologue, which painter does Andrea del Sarto compare himself to? What does he find lacking in his own work in comparison? Raphael Scholl. Second is right answer. 36. In which of the following does Robert Southey detail the Indian superstitions as an idolatry to be suppressed by a civilizing Protestant form of colonialism? The Curse of Kehama. Second is correct. 37. The following is the classic ending of a celebrated novella in English. I kept on creeping just the same, but I looked at him over my shoulder. I have got out at last, said I, in spite of you and Jane, and I have pulled off most of the papers. So you can't put me back. Now why should that man have fainted? But he did, and right across my path by the wall, so that I had to creep over him every time. The yellow wallpaper, Charlotte P. Gilman. Second is correct. 38. Harriet B. Stowe had wanted to write a work based on the life of an Afro-American writer which was later published as Incidents in the Life of a Slave Girl. Second is correct. 39. Samuel Johnson's dissertation upon poetry is part of which of his following works? A chapter of his novel Rashilas. Second is correct. 40. A new series called New Accents was launched by Methuen in 1977. The first title to be published in the series was Structuralism and Semiotics. 41. Humble and rustic life was generally chosen because In that condition, the essential passions of the heart find a better soil in which they can attain their maturity, are less under restraint, and speak a plainer and more authentic language. The language too of these men has been adopted, because such men hourly communicate with the best objects from which the best part of language is originally derived. Which of the following groups of the author's poem in the lyrical ballads contradict this statement in the preface to the lyrical ballads, as pointed out by S.T. Coleridge? Michael, Ruth, and the brothers. Third one is correct. A remarkable novelist of the English modernist phase who wrote a short book on what the novel is, remarked, "Oh dear, yes, the novel tells a story." Identify the novelist. E. M. Forster. The novel is Howards End by E. M. Forster. 43. What is the name of the angel who of those who owed allegiance to Satan dared to protest against his impious doctrine and left his company to return to God? Abdiel. Second is correct. 44. Which of the following is not a school associated with Romantic period in English literature? The Fireside School. Second is correct. 45. The idea of new ethnicities in post-war Britain was advanced by Stuart Hall. Second is correct. Virginia Woolf's To the Lighthouse begins in a piece of dialogue. Yes, of course, if it's fine tomorrow, said Mrs. Ramsay. But you will have to be up with lark, she added. Present among the listener of her remark is her son. Third one is correct. 47. Match the phrase with the character. Motiveless malignity, Iago. Reason in madness, Lear. Support full of horrors, Macbeth. And to be or not to be, Hamlet. That's why third is correct. 48. In Tristram Shandy, the narrator's presentation of his life and opinion is digressive. Second is correct. 49. The famous sonnet of John Milton beginning, "When I consider how my light is spent," ends with, "They also show who only stand and wait." Second is correct. 50. Her vision was of several caves. She saw herself in one, and she was also outside it, watching its entrance from Aziz to pass in. She failed to locate him. It was the doubt that had often visited her, but solid and attractive like the hills. I am not. Speech was more difficult than vision. I am not quite sure. The above extract from A Passage to India is about Adela's cave experience. Who is questioning Adela? Mr. McBride. If you like my video, please subscribe and press the bell icon.